Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbana zidna ilma. Allahumma faqihna fid din. Allahumma inni as'aluka ilman nafi'a wa rizqan tayyiba wa amalan mutaqabbala. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. So here we are with our session number 273 for Quranic Arabic grammar, in which we are learning today we're going to learn a combinations, which means combination of different abwab, and how sometimes a word can be naqis and mahmuz at the same time, inshallah. So before we do so, I hope all of you are done with your test so far. How many of you are still Alhamdulillah. So most of you are done. I just wanted to review the test with you. Um, so if there is anyone who has not attempted yet, kindly let me know so I can wait and until they finish. Okay, so Afshan, do you intend to finish it, inshallah? So I can wait for you, and we can go over the test in the next session then. Okay, inshallah. Okay, I will wait until then. Okay, so Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So today you are going to learn something which, as I mentioned, you're going to find how things work when there are two families and they overlap. Okay, so far, Alhamdulillah, we have covered our Sahih Af'al, and then we also went over our af'al that had one or two haruf illa. Alhamdulillah, you were able to cover mu'tal, which included misal, ajwaf, naqis, and lafif, and you have covered mafruq and makrun in the last session. Alhamdulillah. Now we are going to see what happens if a word has a hamza and also has a weak letter. When a word has a hamza and a weak letter as its root, then you know what will be the dominating force in here. When there is a hamza and a weak letter together, whose rule are going to be used or will be applied? You will find the rules of mu'tal will be applied. For example, when you see ala, ya'ulu, aulan, what do you think is happening in word ala? What do you see happening in word ala? Root letters are hamza, waw, lam. Think about it. Shaheen, think about it. Okay. There was a waw there. So there is not hamza there. There is no ala is with the two alifs. When you have this mad, there are two alifs, right? So the hamza, waw, lam are the root letters. There was a waw before which there was a fatha on a letter before, right? A waw that had a letter before that has a fatha, it got changed into alif. So rule of qalb got applied. And in case of when you see rule of rule of qalb being applied, does it have to be do with ibdal, or does it have to specifically it has to do with ilal bil qalb? And we're talking about this now. We have to be very specific. If you have a test in which you have ibdal and ilal together, right, you should know that now, since ilal has been there, I have to answer accordingly, right? Changing everything is included, in ibdal is all inclusive, right? Any changes can be called ibdal because the letter changed, right? Letter got changed. But when we have ilal and ibdal together in a test, then we have to be very specific that what type of a change are we seeing, right? So in here, though there was a change, there was a badal of waw into alif, but to be specific, this change happened according to rule of mu'attal. From based on mu'attal, you have learned it as ilal bil qalb, right? And this is what you are seeing here, right? In word ala. Everyone got it? And this is going to be helpful for us to understand when we are going to go over other words as well. When you see word ya'ulu, is this acting like your mahmuz, or your word is acting like your ajwaf wawi? what is happening here? It is acting like adverb. And I told you, your mu'tal is going to be dominating force in here. Your mu'tal is going to be dominating force in here when your word has hamza and a weak letter. And a weak letter. So what is happening in the word ya'ulu? Give me the changes that happen to the word ya'ulu. There is a knuckle. Very good job. There is a knuckle. Wow gave its haraka. It was yawulu. And here, ilal bin nakal wat taskeen happened. Nakal wat taskeen took place, and you ended up with yaulu. Is this clear to everyone? That how, when there is a word that is a combination, if a word is a combination, and particularly combination of a mahmuz and muattal, your word is going to follow rules of muattal. Okay, so avida ya'wadu, avadan. In here, avida ya'wadu, avadan. So what are we seeing in here? Are we seeing any changes? It is from Samia clan. Very good job. I wanted to give you, it's a body defect. Why didn't there is no change? Because the word has to do with a defect. And if word is coming from Samia clan, where you see body defects, the word is not going to undergo any change. There will be no change to your vow. It's going to stay as vow. It's not going to change into alif. Very good job. I'm very, very proud of you all. Alhamdulillah, that you were able to, pick this. Alhamdulillah, beautiful job. Now, what happens when you have a mudaf and muattal together? So, in here, wadda, yavaddu, what are we seeing? Is this word misal? Yes or no? When you have your foul kalima, waw and ya, the word is misal. But in here, it's not just misal, right? There is a doubling, there is identical ain and lamul kalima. So it is mudaf as well. So it's a combination now. Again, a combination. What are you seeing being applied in here? Vadda, yavaddu. Whose rules are being followed? There is a following of rules of mudaf, right? Mudaf is going to be applied. Is this clear to each and every one of you? So vadda, it was vadada, yaudadu, right? Yaudadu, you are noticing there is an idgham. So rules of mudaf are applied. Another reassuring thing that you are going to see here, when you have miwaddun, if a waw is preceded by a letter that has a kasra, what happens to waw? It gets changed into ya. But in case of miwaddun, did any change happen? Are you noticing any change? You will not notice any change. Mawadda, you will find it like that. You will not notice any change. You will notice that word is going to just follow the rules of mudaf. And this vadda yavaddu is taught as a word in your mudaf, as a mudaf. It is not taught as misal, though it is a combination, isn't it? You will find many Arabic books where when you are going to be taught mudaf, the example that they are going to give you is vadda yavaddu coming from Samia clan, and and you will find that the word conjugates just like mudaf, and there is no rule of mu'tal applied on the word. Okay, waw does not undergo any change. Is it clear so far? Everything clear to you? Type 1 if it is. Okay. Now what happens when you, and here you have some examples where you are noticing that the word is, there is a mahmuzul fa and mudaf together. Okay, mahmuzul fa and mudaf together. The examples are, you are seeing amma ya ummu imamatan, anna ya innu aninan, right? So there is mahmuzul fa, and then the word is mudaf as well. There is a word that is mahmuzul fa, and the word is mudaf as well, where the meme is repeated, right? There are two memes in here. In anna ya innu, there are two noons, right? There is a combination. Now what will happen? What will be ruling? What will be the dominant one? Is it going to be mahmuz that will dominate, or mudaf that is going to dominate? It's going to be your mudaf that's going to dominate. An example of that is there's a, a mimatun. There's a plural. There's a plural that is being used here. Okay, a mimatun is af'ilatun. Have you ever heard of this broken plural? Af'ilatun. I've taught you many times, and this is among the lesser plural afidatun, right? Hearts, and these are lesser plural jamakilla. Four patrons among the four. This is from one of the four patrons, which is jamakilla, right? But you know this word mimatun does not follow rules of mahmuz, because when if there was two hamza that were together, one hamza followed by hamza sakina, what will happen? What would you expect? There is going to be badal, right? And mad badal will is going to be was expected. But what you get in here is immatun. Where did we learn this? Immatun. Is this a rule of mudaf that is being applied to word immatun, or is it the rule of mahmuz that is being applied to this broken plural immatun? Mudaf is being applied, right?
Okay, I found this on the web. Is this a rule of?
Okay, so you have rule of mudaf being applied. You had two similars, both mutaharrik, preceded by a sahi that was sakin, right? So the first meme gave its haraka to the sahi before and took upon itself a sukoon and got merged into the second one, right? And you got a immatun. Everyone with me so far? I want everyone to answer, okay? And so if you are shown mahmuz ulfa and mudaf together, remember mudaf is going to be dominating one. It is going to dominate in that case, okay? Because amma ya ummu, you are noticing idgham, anna ya innu, you are noticing idgham, and this idgham is telling you that mudaf is leading the way here. When you have mahmuzul fa with muattal, and it can be muattalul fa, muattalul ain, muattalul lam. This is what you are going to come across. You are going to you see which you already have learned before, that if there is a mahmuz and muattal together, your muattal is going to dominate. So ala yaulu example we already have seen. Then you have ada yaidu. What is dominating here? In ada yaidu, what is again muattal is dominating. You were expecting yay yidu, right? Yay yidu, but what happened? There was a nakal and iskan, right? In the word, in the first word there was qalb, right? The word has two it's ada, it is read with two counts, because your wow got changed into alif, right? I'm going to replace it because I just had a different haraka there. So if you have two together where mahmuzul fa is there along with muattal, remember your muattal is going to dominate. So ata yati, when you come to ata yati, it is very commonly seen in Quran. Whose rule are dominating here? Ata, hamza, ta, ya. What is this word behaving like? It's acting like nakis. Very good job. If I ask you, give me some file for this. Give me some file. Ism file ata yati. It's not ata yat yuti. It is ata yati. Very good job. It's are you saying atin? Atin? fa'in, right? Atin, right? I will have a straight line, right? I will have a straight line with a ta with the kasratain. Atin. Dilruba has typed it very well. Barakallahu fiki. Beautiful job, right? Atin. Very good job. Beautiful job. So same thing with aba ya ba. Whose rule are we seeing here? We are seeing the rule of mu'tal being applied, right? First, the Hamza, Ba, Ya are the root letters, right? Hamza, Ba, Ya are the root letters. And you are noticing the Ya got changed into Aleph, right? It got changed into Aleph. In case of Ya, Ba, again, you are noticing a change of Ya into Aleph because the letter before had a fatha. And in case of Ibaan, you are noticing again qalb because the waw and ya, when waw and ya are after alif zaida, they get changed into hamza, right? So the same thing that you learned with naqis, you are seeing on this word being applied, right? When you have awa ya vi abiyan, the same thing you are seeing in because this was coming from your daraba clan. Awa, the ya got changed into alif. Yeah, we, there is what is happening in word we. There is elal bit taskin only applied. Ya has to drop its haraka because it was with dhamma and the letter before had a kasra. So, as per the rule of naqis, it is going to drop its dhamma and take upon itself a sukoon. Everyone with me so far? Is this clear? Okay. Now look at the next one. The same things that you are seeing, that when your word is mahmuzul ain and it is also mu'tal, you are noticing wa'ada ya'idu wa'dan, wa'iba yaw'abu wa'ban. So you notice how your word is behaving just like mu'tal, and there is not much change. When there was a waw in between alamatul mudari and ainul kalima that was maksur, that had a kasra, what happened to the waw? Waw got dropped, right? Because it was stuck between alamatul mudari and ainul kalima that was maksur. The waw gets dropped. Okay, then the rest, it's very self-explanatory. I want you to do this word with me. Ra'a yara ru'yatan, right? Ra'a yara ru'yatan. When you see ra'a, what are the root letters? Ra, hamza, ya, right? Ra'a ya was the original form. Everyone, right? Your ya had a letter before it with a fatha, it got changed into an alif. Is this clear? How your ya that had a letter before with a fatha and there is a qalb that got applied to the word, right? There was a rule of qalb and this is ilal bil qalb. Though your word is mahmuzul fa as well, mu'tal is winning here. It is dominating, right? So this, now when you come to yara, it's not that easy. It is not that easy. There is a rule of yasalu that gets applied in here as well. You were expecting in here yar ayu, right? This was the expectation, right? Yar ayu, and there was also, if you apply mutal, there was also something else that was going to happen. But how the word got changed, there was something that I taught you when I was teaching you mahmuz, and I would like you to review this rule with me, because your next test, which is going to open on Monday, inshallah, is going to be on mahmuz. The two videos and the slides are going to be there for you for review, and you are going to learn how you are going to work with your way through this through these tests, inshallah. So in case of mahmuz, when hamza is mutaharrik and the letter before is it is sakin, Hamza can give its haraka to the letter before and it is then deleted. So yasalu can also be yasalu. Is this clear to all of you? We have covered this rule when I was teaching you mahmuz. This rule is very important rule among very few things that you needed to learn about mahmuz. This is one of the most important information that you need to know by heart about your mahmuz, okay? Because this is going to be applied to the most commonly used word in Quran that you see, which is ra'a yara, right? So in here, yasalu, the same thing is going to your when you have your word yara, ayu, the hamza gave its harakat to the ra before and is deleted, right? And you are left with yarayu. What now? What will take in? What will come into action? Now the rules of mu'attal are going to come into action, and and there is going to be a rule because your ya is preceded by a fatha. You will see a lal bil qalb. Very good job, Sister Zadina. Very good job. Your your mind and your typing is faster than the words omitting from my mouth. Barakallahu feek. Beautiful job. Same thing when you have word yuri, which is coming from family 4, you are noticing eu was the original form, right? Aslama yuslimu. The same root letters, when you put them in family 4, they will spell like this. Eu, right? Everyone, are you with me? That the word should spell like yuslimu, eu. After you have eu, you will notice the same rule of yasalu is applied to yuri. Hamza gives its saraka to ra and then is omitted. Now you are left with yuriyu. So yuriyu doesn't work like that, right? So if a ya is with the dhamma or a kasra and a letter before has a kasra or a dhamma, ya is going to take a taskeen form. It's going to take a sukoon upon itself, and you will find ilal bit taskeen or ilal bil iskan. Very good job. Very proud of you all. Right? So is this clear? How you are finding these? You are going to find these words in Quran. Alhamdulillah. Okay, so I wanted you to now let's see here. Now the same thing now that you are clear on how your ra works, now let's see how its ism file is going to work. Okay, so your word is you have its ism file as raw in. So raw in, but this does not sound like my fa'ilun, right? From family 1. So what happens in here is the word is ra'iyun, ra'iyun. Just like you learned in naqis, you are going to apply all those things in here. And you are going to split your tanween and you are going to make it go like this. Ra'iyun, fa'ilun. Clear? Everyone with me? Type 1, stay focused. The next thing is what should be applied to the ya that has a dhamma and a letter before has a kasra. Which type of elal should I put in on this ya? How should I change it? You just told me. Taskeen. Because it was with the dhamma and the letter before had a kasra, I will apply elal bil taskeen and will make it sakin, right? And if two sakins are together, the first sakin is going to go away. And in the next word, you are not seeing your ya, you are seeing ra, hamza, and noon, ra in. And can I write this ra in as ra in like this? Right? Everyone? Yes, according to Al-Taqai Sakinain, first weak letter is going to be dropped. Yeah. With an exception. Shamim, did we learn anywhere where the second letter got dropped in our Mu'attal? Any word where I told you in here, this is an exception to the rule of Iltaqai Sakinain, if you remember? And anyone can answer that one, that question. Think about it. Think about it. There was one exception. There was one exception, and this is your homework. You're going to all find the one exception where there were two sakins together. There were two sakins together, and the second sakin gets dropped. The first sakin stays, and this you have learned in your advanced up. Yes, ism maf'ool. Which ism maf'ool has the second sakin get dropped? Ism maf'ool of ajwaf, ism maf'ool of naqis, ism maf'ool of not necessarily samia. No, 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 no. Think about it. Think about it. It is ism maf'ool of your ajwaf. Mabi'un, maqulun. Okay, mabi'un, maqulun. Your second sakin gets dropped. Okay, remember that. Keep those yeah, so you have a slide on that as well, so for you, when you are not been you have not been tested on that yet. I'm sure you will learn everything by heart, but I'm very impressed at how that there is something where you will see there's a change. Instead of first sakin being dropped, the second sakin is dropped, and this is according to the view of this is the most popular view, because some may have a disagreement to this, but the popular view says that in here in the ism maf'ool of ajwaf, as-sulasi al-mujarrad, the second sakin gets dropped. Okay, inshallah. Which is unusual. Okay, so everyone with me so far on ra'a, yara, and ra'in? Everyone got it? Alhamdulillah. Okay, now let me ask you, ja'a yaji'u. Ja'a yaji'u. Give me some file for ja'a yaji'u. Now what should be the some file? Ja'in. Very good job. Sha'a yasha'u mashi'atan fahuwa sha'in. Very good job. So I think you guys are with me. You have you got the point, right? You are understanding it. So now let's just practice it on Quran itself. Alhamdulillah. Okay, let's see what I have for you here. Let's see. Let's start with a set of root letters that are very, very commonly seen and very important. You should know, and you should be able to identify them very well. No. I think I'm getting too. Okay, so I think it is in here. Ra, Hamza, Ya. Okay. Nara. Can anyone tell me the family? Nara. Family 1. Right? The rules being applied. We just did it. So what are the rules being applied? Rule of yasalu. You are going to say, okay, yasalu. The rule of yasalu, Hamza got dropped, and then ilal bil qalb, right? Will you be able to tell me those two rules that are applied on this? Rule of yasalu and ilal bil qalb, right? When I show you yurikum, can you tell me the family? Family 4. Very good job. Tell me the rules being applied here. So there is a taskin rule applied, but before taskin, Sister Zarina, are you able to see your Hamza? There is a rule of yasalu, right? In here, the slide that showed you that, the rule of yasalu is going to be applied, and then you are seeing the change of your, after the Hamza gave its haraka to raw, you are left with and get dropped, you are left with the ya, and then you just are left with the taskin rule applied, right? There are two rules. There is a nakal from the Hamza to raw, Hamza to raw, and then yasalu. If you can just tell me yasalu and taskin, that will do the trick. Clear, everyone? Yasalu and ilal bil iskan or taskin. In case of arina, can anyone tell me? The word is, there are one word or two words when you see ari? Because you are going to see it very many times. There are two words, right? Na is the mafulun bihi, right? So ari, where is this coming from? So again, you're going to, this is coming from family 4. This is a word from your family 4, right? There should be no confusion about it, right? The word is coming from family 4. And after you know that this is family 4, what are the rules that got applied in Failul Amr? What do we apply? We are going to have the same rule of Yasalu. Yasalu rule applied, right? Because Ra'a, Yara, you are going to see Ara Yuri, Ra'a, Yara, you are going to find Yasalu rule, and then there's going to be Haz because your Ya gets dropped in here, right? Alhamdulillah. Okay, now in here, Nara, Yara, Yarauna, those are easy ones, right? Any confusion? Ra'au, Ra'au. So what was the original form for this one? Very hard, right? So you notice how Ra'a Yuna, right? And the Ya preceded by a letter with a fatha. Ya preceded by a fatha. It's going to change into Alif, right? It's going to change into Alif, and then two letters together, two sakins together. The first one gets omitted, right? And you are going to be left with Ra'au. Ra'au. Now, where is this Dhamma coming from? Why is this word ending with the Dhamma? Why the Wawil Jama'a has a Dhamma on top of it? For iltiqai sakinain, right? Just for the joining, the Dhamma is there. Everyone got it? That how you are going to every word. When you are taking your test, I request you all, if you have a word mustaqim in your test, right? If you have a word mustaqim in your test, do you know what you should do before you attempt that word? You should first write mustaghfir, mustafilun, or mustaghfirun, and then see what has happened to the word, how it has changed, and that way you will be getting to the right answers. If you don't do that, you will it's going to be hard for you to see how many changes have taken place in any given word. Okay, so try to do like that, and that's definitely going to help you a lot more. So in Tara, you already know the rule of Yasalu got applied, then there was Ilal bil Qalb, and finally, you have Lam before, and here Hazf has taken place. That's an easy one, right? There is no difficulty. There should not be at least any difficulty. Okay, now you have Ra Hamza, Ra Hamza, and Ri'a Annas. Very important word of Quran. Okay, so what are the root letters for this word? Ra Hamza Ya, right? What are we seeing here? Sister Shaheen, I think already saying that there's a qalb because the ya was coming after Alif Zaida, right? And Sister Zirina is also with her thinking about Alif Zaida, and there is a qalb being applied. So this ya got changed into Hamza. Can somebody give me the family for this word? How does it sound like? Ri'a in, is it family 1? Or it could be family 3 as well. Does it fi'alin, qitalin, jihadin, all those words, right? Now does it make sense how you can put it in family 3 as well? Though if some of you are saying that it can be the family form 1, they should know that there is a master for family 1 as well, that can be on fi'alin pattern as well. But if you don't know that, then you should know that at least you must know that the fi'alin or jihadin is on the same pattern as ri'ain. Okay, so this can be family 3. Okay, and yes, there is a master from family 1 that spells the same as well. So ra'yal ain, ra'yal aini, ra'ya is going to be the master, and in here Ra Hamza Ya is unchanged. You're not noticing anything in terms of a change, right? Everything stayed the same. There is no change. Or do you think there is a change? What do you say? It is normal. Very good job. It is normal. It's just like spelled the same as it should be, right? There's no changes. There are no specific changes that we are seeing. It's just like Fathan, Nasran, Ra'yan, right? The same thing. Okay. When you see Ra'aytum, when you see Ra'aytum, what are you finding here? Your ya is going to come back, right? Your ya is coming back from hunna and up until nahnu, ra'a, ra'aya, ra'au, ra'at, ra'ata, ra'ayna, ra'aita, ra'aytuma, ra'aytum, ra'ayti, ra'aytuma, ra'aytunna, ra'aytu, ra'ayna. Right? So ra'aytum, you everything you are finding it here how it's normally going to be spelled. Okay. Arakum, this arakum, do you see anything in word ara? Okay, so Aisha is saying there is a hasb. So, okay, so this is coming from family 4. Very good, right? It's family 4. I agree. So, ara, yuri. What did I tell you is going to happen to your Hamza? It got dropped. Hmm? And you just are left with your ya, and ya got changed into alif. Hmm? And you are noticing the ilal bil qalb happening here, right? And when you have the rest of the words you have already covered just now, I want you to see the interesting ones now here. Tara tara, you have done that. No need. Yarau is easy. Anyone remembers this kaf, the name for this kaf that follows Taul Kitab? Anyone? What type of a kaf is this? This kaful kitab, is it an ism or a harf? When ta is followed by a kaf, it is a harf. Very good job. Among the 4 kafs that are going to be the harf, this is one of them. If you see a ra'aytakum, ta followed by kaf, kaf is going to be harf, not an ism, not a mafulun bihi, right? The same is the case with this ara'aytakum. This, it's going to be your harf, not an ism. Among the 4 kafs that are harf, this is one of them. The kaf of iyaka, is it an ism or a harf? Iyaka, iyakum, it's a harf. One of the opinions, it is a harf, right? Iya is an ism. It is your damir munfasil mansoob, but kaf is your harf, right? It is harful khitab. Kaf is harful khitab, not an ism in there, not a that is going to be considered as a harf, right? Okay, naraka, arini, so not this one. Urikum, uri. Where is this word coming from? Family 4. Is it majhul? Uri. So, and based on the context here, I will show you all Darul Fasiqina. Soon I will show you all the home of the Fasikun. So it is Ana Uri, right? Ana Uri. And remember the rules that have taken place. The Yasalu rule, and again, this is going to be followed by Iskan. Okay, first Yasalu rule and then Iskan. Okay, let me oh, here. Tara'at. Where is this coming from? Tara'at. It is family 6. It is family 6. Again, your word, your words are, this ta is of the family, alif is of the family, your ya got dropped, right? Your ya got dropped. Why did it get dropped? Can anyone remind me? Why is your ya not there? So if there was a ya, so see, first of all, there was a ya, right? After Hamza, it has to change into alif because of Hamza. It's preceded by a letter with a fatha, right? Ilal bil qalb rule, it has to change into alif. And then the two sakins came together, and because of iltaqai sakinain, the first sakin has to go away, right? Very good job. Everyone is understanding it the way the sisters are typing, right? So the first, the ya got omitted. There's a hasf that we are seeing, right? Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Okay, now I'm actually, I'm looking for something from another family. Let me just take you to that surah, and that way it will be done with this set of root letters. Okay. Yura'un. What do you think? Can somebody tell me the family of this word? Yura'una. Is it family 4 or something else? Now think about it. What is extra here? It is family 3 because there is a alif that is present after your first root letter. There is it is family 3 because of the presence of alif after your first root letter. Keep that in mind. You cannot miss this, okay? It's very important. It's very important. In case of musallina, can somebody remind me where this word is coming from? Family 2, naqis, and is it ism fa'il maf'ul what? Ism fa'il. Very good job. Yes, good job. Okay. Atoina. What are the root letters? Family 4. Atoina. Family 4. Hamza. Atoina. This one. Ain, to, waw, right? Ain, to, waw are the most, you will mostly find ain, ta, waw for the root letters. But what happens in nakis, in mazid fihi? Waw gets changed into, you just forget about waw in mazid fihi. When it is word is nakis, when it is nakis, the word is nakis, your vow is going to be just going to behave like everything is ya, all ya, right? It's going to be all ya. Okay, so in conjugation you are fine. Yeah, you are never, in case of, when you have something like a fauna, you find your vow back, right? But in here, when it is nakis, that is mazid fihi, vow is just going to be ya. Every vow is going to be just ya. You just think about ya. Everything is going to be ya. Therefore, there is a confusion whether it is your root letters are waw and ya. Both are, some books will say that the root letters are ain ta waw, and some will say ain to ya, because there is a possibility. Musallina, if I ask you the root letters, some will say sod lam waw, some may say sod lam ya, right? Waw and ya both are permissible, because every waw, if there was every waw in naqis mazid bihi is going to become ya, right? When you will go to hunna, you will only find ya in case of your past tense, present tense, everything is going to be basically ya. Okay, you will conjugate it like a word, the root letter was ya. Is this clear to all of you? And that is why when you see your past tense forms, all your past tense forms, you will find the alif maksura, right? The ato, right? or if you all your nakis, if you go back to your nakis slides, and the I will share the slides with you. And yeah, agna, you, it's always going to be written agna. We know for sure that, you know, ghain noon ya, the root letters, but everything is going to be alif maksura, alif maksura. Everything is going to be alif maksura. So because it's going to be just even if the root letter is wow, it's going to be conjugated like yeah. So I'm going to show you one more thing before I we have I think 3 more minutes. Inshallah, we'll make the most use of them. This is dua that you all read at night time in your witr. Okay, if I show you this dua, can you all see it on your screens? And there's so many mistakes that these people do. I don't know what to tell you. Unfortunately, like this hamza is hamzatul wasl. I don't know why you put this hamza there, but let's just make the best of what we can make the best of. So this word, this was ihdi. It's going to be filul amr, right? Filul amr from bab daraba, right? Hadaita is going to be your past tense with towel file, right? Fail madin with towel file. When you look at afini, afini, what do you think about this? What is the siga of the word? When I ask you siga, siga, is it past tense? Is it present tense? Is it dua, felu dua? So for those of you who are saying that afi is my felu dua, that is the correct answer, absolutely. And felu dua from family number 3, because ain, the first root letter, was followed by an alif, right? Afaita, afaita. What do you think, afaita? It is past tense with noon, with ta ul fa'il as your doer, right? Okay, now the next one, tawallani, tawallani. What is this? Tawallani, is it family 2? Think about it. Waw, lam, ya are the root letters. It is family 5, guys. It is family 5. And this is again felu dua from family 5, because your ya is missing in here, right? It is felu dua because your ya is missing there, no problem. And then when you have tawallaita, tawallaita, you have your past tense with taul file. In case of barik, barik is sahi fail, and everyone should know barik is felu dua from family number 3, felu dua family 3, because of alif being extra. Toita, your just like toina, you have toita is family 4 because of your hamzatul qata, and this is past tense. Wakini, wakini. So here you have your, what is the failul amr in here? Is give me the, you know, there are, is this one word wakini, or there are more than one words? Actually, the qaf is your, you are right, qaf is your failul amr, waw is your atf, noon is your noonul waqaya, ya is your yaul mutakallim, which is a pronoun. In case of waqa yaqi, what happened? Your waw came in between alamatul mudare and ainul kalima maksura. Your waw got dropped. It got dropped. So waqa yaqi, when you taqi in anta taqi, you make it majzoom. Ya gets chopped off. You remove your alamatul mudare, and you are just left with qaf, right, as your failul amr. So ki is the only thing that is left of your word, and ki is your failul amr in there, right? Everyone was able to identify that? Yes, and the meaning is save me, right? Qadaita, qadaita, qaf, dod, ya are the root letters, right? Qada, yaqdi. So this is your past tense. Your ya is, you are seeing everything as it should be, right? In here. When you have word taqdi, taqdi, do you see any elal in here? Family 1, very good job. Qada yaqdi bab daraba. Al bit taskin, right? Al bit taskin. Yuqda. Yuqda. And this is Nakis. Nakis yai. Yuqda is majhool, right? Is majhool. You all agree? It is majhool. And in here, ilal bil qalb is taking place, right? It is your mudare majhool. It is word is mudare majhool, and ilal bil qalb took place because your ya was preceded by the fatha. It got changed into alif. In word yazillu, yazillu, what has taken place? What happened in yazillu? Or the word is as it should be. This is muda'af. Very good job. Yazillu is muda'af. And in here, there is a naqal followed by idgham. Very good job. Naqal of haraka from the first lam to zal, zalla yazillu. So probably this is, I only taught you 3 abwab of family 1 from where your mudaf is going to come from. And one was daraba. So this is coming from daraba clan, right? Yazillu from daraba clan, family 1. There is naqal. Lam gave its haraka to zal because it was sakin and sahi. And then the first lam got merged into the second lam. And from there, you are getting this shadda on the lam. Walaita, walaita, man walait, or walaita. What are we seeing here? It's a past tense. Very good job. Taul file is the doer, and the family is family 3 because there is an alif. Waw, lam, ya are the root letters. Additional letter or mazid letter is alif. Ya izzu. Ya izzu. Let me know the irregularity that you are seeing here. Is it salim, sahih salim, or this is something different? This is sahih mudaf. Ain, zai, zai are the root letters. Very good job, my dear class. And you are seeing there is naqal and idgham, right? Ya azizu from bab daraba became ya izzu with naqal and idgham. Adaita, adaita. I know I'm taking more time, but I think we should complete this. So adu, or if this is coming from adu, and even if it is adu, ain dal waw, what has to happen in nakis mazid fihi? It has to conjugate like ya. That letter was ya. So adaita, even if it was wow, it has to change into ya. So adaita, family 3, and this is how the word is going to work. Like tabarakta, easy. This is ta and alif extra. So family number 6 and past tense, and taul file is the doer. Ta'alait, ta'alait, alu from alu, right? Alu from alu you have ta'alaita. So again, I'm telling you, wow, forget about wow. You are going to conjugate your past and present and everything just like it was not there. It's going to just behave like there was only ya in mazid fihi naqis. Okay, so ta'alaita is your past tense coming from family number 6. Ta extra, alif extra, and taul file is the doer. La manja, la manja, mink. I don't read it. La manja mink. I don't read it in my. Do you guys read la manja as well? No, I don't. I have never. This is something new for me. So let's just do this manja. You want to do it now, or you want to do it the next time? Now, okay. Let's just think about it. So what naja what can be the possible root letters? Let's start with that. Noon, Jim, Wow. Like Noon, Jim, Wow. Very good job. So, my dear students, in the regular form, what type of la is this? La manja. My dear students, based on how the word is written, tell me the type of la. La nafiyatul lil jins. Beautiful job. Beautiful job. So what happens to the la nafiyatul lil jins is ism. How is it? Can it be written with tanween? It is nasb. It is nasb. It is mabni al fath, right? And it is always, it's going to be light as well. In a modern terms, how we do it, it is going to be light, right? This is how we have learned it. Like just like so if that was the case, so okay, so what should be the if we are treating it like that, and if we are treating it like some that is now light and everything, so what should be on aleph, if it is an aleph that is from coming from manjan? It is a single fatha. You think you can the single fatha is going to do, is going to work, and that is why this is written with single fatha. If it was in a full form, what will how would it spell? If it was in its full form, how will it spell? Manjan, manjan. Okay, with the tanween, and how will it end? What will be the last after manjan, after jim fatha tain? Alif maksura. Very good job. Very good job. Yeah, your alif maksura, yeah, right? Alif maksura, which is the written as a ya without dots, right? Very good job. So I will, so I hope you are able to understand this word. There is no refuge, right, from you, except to you. Is this easy? And you got everything clear? Everything is clear to you all? How this word worked? Alhamdulillah. Okay, with that, I will end the session. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Yes, there is a lot of brain exercise, and I totally agree with you. I don't think I have, when I was learning surf, I did not learn it the way I'm teaching you. But Alhamdulillah, you are getting it so well. You are understanding it. So I just kept on going. Alhamdulillah. So may Allah bless you all for staying with me through this course and through this journey, because it is, it is really brain exhausting journey. But Alhamdulillah for everything and every opportunity. Alhamdulillah. So with that, I will end the session. Take care of yourselves. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Ameen wa iyyakum, my dear sisters. Really appreciate your efforts. Yeah, we are actually ending every the surf, and we are going to go embark on our journey for our nahu again, and for our surahs, and alhamdulillah. Yeah, so we'll be inshallah finishing off with the surah, and we'll see what happens next inshallah. Take care.